Classy, the maker of champions.
The giant WrestleMania.
I'm so sick of these people. You know,
I'm the tribal chief around here. Yeah, you see me, the tribal chief. That's right.
I got that thing on me. I got that stick. I got that tool. I'm packing.
You must be some kind of a dumbass.
and I will never retire.
You know, this aggression will not stand, man.
Now get that garbage out of here.
It doesn't matter what you think.
It's still real to me, damn it.
Welcome in, everybody, to another edition of Friday Night Review. I am Scalz. Tonight I am joined by none other than the bearded wonder over there, Cam, and we got a special guest tonight, filling in for Jamie. We have the bearded bastard Shadow. How are we doing?
Pretty good, man.
Wrestling sucks.
Cam, I just saw your message, so I apologize.
No, you're good. I didn't know. So.
I
I'm just
thought about
here
it
to
as the intro was rolling, and I was like, shit, I never said who was doing it tonight. So I was like, I'm just going to go with it. So, interesting Smackdown tonight. We had the first of a two-part Smackdown, technically, because they are filming the other one with Crown Jewel a week from tomorrow.
I heard,
So,
if I can, for 1 sec,
Mhm.
Michael Cole messed up on commentary tonight, and I heard it. Messed up on commentary. On one of the segments, he was like, tomorrow night when he faces such and such. I'm like,
he's usually pretty good with that. He doesn't mess up like that often.
yeah, I heard, I caught a little glimpse or a little mess up. So
What's going on, Will? How we doing tonight, Jax? Thanks for coming out. We appreciate the support. Yeah, you might be here for that, but you're not here for this.
Scal's voice reminds me of my 5th grade teacher after a couple packs of Melbros.
So, SmackDown tonight started off with Roman Reigns coming out. And, you know, Roman Reigns' entrance, he always does everything slow, nonchalant. He goes to raise the belt in his first part of the intro, and LA Knight's music hits. And it was perfect. He interrupted him, didn't even pay any attention to him, just walked past him. And when he got into the ring, he sat down at the head of the table. And I love this whole section, this whole part of SmackDown. It was a great way to open the show. It makes LA Knight look like a big deal. What are your thoughts on it?
And like I said, I think this is going to be a great match. And again, this is what LA Knight needs right now. He needs that one, true test for the main event. So I love how they're treating LA Knight right now, and they're giving them that spotlight right now. So I'm excited. Crown Jewel is really a stacked card right now. Like, it's pretty stacked.
Yeah, for a Saudi show, I mean, they're actually leaning into it a little bit, making fans be like, oh, it's not just the Saudi show. I mean, we've seen that earlier this year, too, where a lot of us were like, whoa. I don't mind it, but again, my concern is please don't kill Knight's momentum. Like, I'm not a big fan of LA Knight at all because I think he's just one of those guys that doesn't intrigue me. But I'm not going to sit there and say he's not doing well because that'd be a lie. Like, he's doing well. He's over with 95% of the crowd because you got to think there's 5% or so that don't like him, right? The bits and pieces of SmackDown I caught tonight, even my wife would said, man, LA Knight, because when we went back to an event in March or whenever she's seen him, didn't know who he was. And she's like, wow, he really got over after that Bray Wyatt feud. Keep in mind, she's a very casual fan. So for her being like, oh, he got over, it's like, I guess it's working. So I just hope they don't kill his momentum. And then, like Cam said, should be a good match. I just don't know how they match up against each other.
Well, it's funny that you say that. That she said how it's surprising that he got over when everybody thought that that feud was going to kill him and hurt him more than anything else. And all it essentially did was catapult him into superstardom, even though he lost the match. So that to me would be saying the same thing. Even if he loses, I don't think it's going to hurt him. Because I think the way that they're going to do it, I don't think it's going to be a clean loss. And I think that's what's going to save him.
I mean, yeah. I don't know. I mean, obviously, it's not going to be a clean loss. It's just the issue of when you have someone who's red hot right now in LA Knight, and you put him in this situation, which I believe is too soon because I feel like he needs to have a mid card run first. But when you put him in this position so soon, I kind of want something different. I kind of want there to be a different outcome for this match. If he's not going to win, fine. That's not my issue. But my issue is with like, how is this going to be any different than any other match that they've had so far? You know
to touch on your point, I think this is a way for them to insert him into that mid card title range and make it relevant, and have him competing up here as opposed to starting down here and coming up the mid ranks. Because if he's going one-on-one with Roman and then he loses, it makes him a bona fide mid-carder guy that can go for a belt, and it would make sense. He's not just jumping, taking months to build there.
Right. It'll make him look like he's more upper mid-card that can compete against someone with the likes of Roman Reigns. Makes sense.
Do we see LA Knight take on the winner of Rey Mysterio and Logan Paul?
More than likely. I mean, because Logan Paul's definitely taking that title. I don't think.
Yeah, I agree with you, Cam. There's no way Mysterio's walking out with that belt. It wouldn't make sense.
Okay. So if that's the case, did we see who his next matchup would be tonight? Oh, okay. You guys didn't see what happened then.
No.
All right. So during the next match, which we're going to go right into now, it was the LWO versus the Street Profits. So you had Carlito and Santos Escobar taking on the Street Profits, who debuted new theme music tonight, which I kind of listened to it, but it was hard to hear afterwards. I kind of like it. It's going to take some getting used to because of everything and how long they've used the other theme music. But during the match, Rey Mysterio's in the back watching, and LA Knight comes up and trucks him from the blind side and sends him into the little ring in the back, and then he walks away. Carlito runs into the back, tries to save him. At that point, the Street Profits use their finishing move and win the match.
I seen this stupid gif of that, and I didn't know who hit him.
Yeah, it was Logan Paul that came through and hit him. So then after the match, Logan Paul's walking the hallway, and I don't know which person it was that interviewed him. It wasn't Kayla, it was the other one. Sarah. Is Sarah the one that does Friday nights? Or is it Kathy Kelly? One of the two. And he starts talking. She says something. He takes the mic, says something, hands her the mic, and just walk. And she goes, "Is there anything else?" She starts talking. He just walks away in the middle of her saying something. And then there's Kevin Owens standing right there, wearing a Rey Mysterio shirt. And Logan Paul goes, "You picked the wrong day to be wearing the shirt," or something like that.
Speaking of that, I'm going to feed into the CM Punk stuff a little bit. Y'all seen the style of shirt that Kevin Owens was wearing, right? It's a very Punk signature.
Like those type of shirts he would wear?
Mm-hmm. I'm just feeding into
Al.
because I can, because it's fun.
We did,
Can't
Al. I changed the background
Shadow.
last week for with the new overlay and everything, changing it up a little bit. So
Cam's
I
telling me to
appreciate that
shut
you
up
like it.
without telling me to shut up.
I mean, all these rumors are out there about CM Punk. He even did an interview for the first time, and he said, and obviously he's going to say he's not going to be there. It's
Yeah,
the
his
hottest
dog's
ticket
got a
in
torn
town.
ACL or something.
Yeah. Larry's on the injured list with a dog torn ACL.
Poor Larry, man.
But so LA Knight and
So to your point, let me cut you off. Do you see? Obviously, I guess they're kind of already laying the groundwork for it. But do we see Escobar turning against the LWO and Carlito, and then going after Rey Mysterio in the U.S. Championship? Which, I mean, by that time, Ray probably won't be champion. But
right.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, do we see him get involved in the U.S. title picture again?
Afterwards, I could see it. I do agree with both of you that Logan Paul is taking the title at Crown Jewel, but I think his first opponent's going to actually be Kevin Owens, based off of tonight.
So Logan's first defense against Kevin Owens.
Mm-hmm. And I think that'll probably happen at some point on a SmackDown, as opposed to Survivor Series, because KO might be involved in the War Games match if they have it. Because they keep going back and forth on what's going to be going on with that.
What's up, Jax?
What's with the face and the look, Shadow? You don't want to see Logan versus KO?
Not really. There's really no story there. I mean, you can argue, oh, you have the working man's championship, blah, 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 blah. Even though it's not. But
have you guys seen the GIF going around of KO taking out Grayson Waller and Austin Theory?
Yeah.
He started the whole segment. He's like, I bet you I could punch both of you with one punch. Take you both out one punch. They're like, no, you can't. He goes, yes, I can. And then Jamie Noble comes and takes KO away. He goes, Jamie, do you think that I could do it? He goes, yeah, you probably could. And they start walking away. They go back. Oh, we have to be standing here next to each other. And then here comes out a KO out of nowhere. Clocks them both. And he goes, Jamie, I did it. I told you I could do it. I love this KO. I love this
KO's
version
hilarious.
of him.
I need KO to go back to his Ring of Honor style. I like his comedic stuff, but I like when it was more serious.
I think they were trying to do that a little bit, but people weren't getting behind it so much.
I
liked KO when he was like kind of like a rebel for SmackDown. He was like going against Shane McMahon and stuff like that. I liked KO then too.
Jax,
It was a more serious KO.
Jax, I see you trying to tell Cam you don't have any pants on,
Jesus Christ.
but what the hell are paints?
Paints.
Are you
Yeah.
covered with paint? Did you
I
pour
ain't got no
a
paint
gallon of paint on
No,
yourself?
you gotta add that southern Floridan accent to it.
Paints.
Ain't got no pants on.
After that, we had Jimmy come in the back with the Bloodlines locker room after Paul Heyman was making fun of LA Knight and the Green Bay Packers because he had the WWE Green Bay Championship, the one that they're selling. And he was like, this is the only title that the Green Bay is going to see. And the same goes for LA Knight.
Yeah, can we just talk about how annoying they keep promoting those titles? Like,
Well,
they don't even look
wanna
all
sell
right.
them. Nobody's buying them.
They keep shoving them in our face every time they're on TV.
Well, I think they're really trying to. If you notice, Jimmy Uso has been saying a lot of football references.
That's true. Yeah.
Listen. If you need a belt made, hit me up. No upset.
We do know a guy. Yeah, because Jimmy came in, he laid down on the couch. He's like, I can't wrestle. I'm on the injury reserve. And then Roman's like, what'd you say? He goes, I'm off the injury reserve. I got it, guys. like what they've done with Jimmy. Yes, it was annoying at first the way he was trying to do everything, but now it's just he's being like the comedy part of the bloodline, and it suits him very well.
So I think I meant to bring this up, I think last week. And I'm glad you mentioned that because it just reminded me. I believe now there has been speculation about like the whole thing with Jay and Cody, and then a lot of people have said that they believe that Jay is not necessarily done with the bloodline. All of this is just a some major plot for them all to come back together or whatever. I don't know about that, but I believe that whatever Jimmy's playing at right now is I don't necessarily fully believe that he's like 100% like wanting to be a part of the bloodline. I feel like he's kind of getting at something. He's like waiting to pick his golden opportunity to eventually stab Roman in the back. That's how I see it. I don't know. I feel like he's playing the snake in plain sight.
You might not be wrong with that.
That's why he's kind
He's
of
a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Sarcastic. Right. That's why he's kind of being like sarcastic, and he's like the Joker right now of the bloodline.
It's a good comparison. Next, we had John Cena come out and cut another great promo. The crowd was into it. They kept saying he says he's in danger of losing the fan support because he hasn't been doing well. He doesn't know if he could still do it anymore. The fans chant, "You still got it." And then he just responds with, "What if I don't?" And it's like,
yeah, I could care less about Cena doing this. He's pandering to the crowd to get attention, and I'm over it.
Just interesting because he can still wrestle, and he's still one of the greatest on the mic. It's just he can't do it at the level he used to. So he could still go, but it's not what he's used to, and I think he feels that he's letting everybody down by doing that. And he became what he never wanted to become.
I don't think it's so much on the level he used to, as opposed to the talent today is far better than when he was in his prime.
That's a good way to put it.
Talent today versus the ruthless aggression era is so much different.
That's
the same in every sport.
Right.
And it's just
and
like
Cena has a certain way of carrying himself in the ring, and the talent today has a certain way of carrying himself in the ring. It's just that simple. He can't keep up. It's like, what's his face who signed with the New York whatevers and already blew his fucking leg out.
Oh, he's my Aaron Rodgers.
He's talking about Aaron Rodgers, yeah.
Yeah, he's fucking Aaron Rodgers, the WWE. He thinks he can still go, but he's not welcomed around anymore.
You mean like Ric Flair?
Sure. I feel like he's telling himself in his head that he can still go, and then I think he's also listening to his peers too, who tell him that he can still go, but his body is just like, I don't know what you're doing, but you cannot keep doing this.
Are you talking about Ric Flair or John Cena?
John Cena, both essentially.
Yeah, I don't know who keeps bringing up the idea to let Flair in a wrestling ring. Fuck me. Sting's retirement match is going to kill Ric Flair. It's going to be great.
So Cena had continued his promo. Paul Heyman came out. Paul Heyman gave him some props. Said he's the greatest of all time on the mic. Everything else, and he said, of course, that he's not going to win at Crown Jewel, and that after Solo beats him, he's not going to be able to be on the mic anymore because of the damage from the Samoan spike. And then Solo came out, attacked Cena, spiked him, and they left. And that was the end of that.
Cam, when did you start watching wrestling and get like heavily into it again?
What do you mean?
You've been watching it since the Attitude Era, you said, right? But like, okay, let me rephrase. How much do you remember of 04 through 06 Cena stuff?
Oh man, I remember when he got drafted to Raw. He was on that whole Jericho, show.
Okay,
segment or
cool.
whatever.
So, is this feud with Solo not a little bit reminiscent of when he was with Umaga?
Yeah, a little bit. I could see that.
I made that comparison while watching that little. It just reminded me of Umaga coming down and constantly someone spiking the living shit out of Cena.
I thought the same thing when it happened tonight.
So, for me, if done right, Cena has the opportunity to really put over Solo Sikoa and create a bigger spotlight on Solo Sikoa as a single star that we all know that he eventually will be once the bloodline stuff's over or whatever. Or in the same token, he has the potential to absolutely make him look ridiculous, like he did with Austin Theory at WrestleMania. So I don't know.
So what you're saying is either going to bury him or make him look good.
Yeah, pretty much. There's really no in between.
I think it's in Cena's best interest to lose. Because Solo is going to be a guy who we're going to be watching 10 years from now, who's going to be in the position that Roman's in. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree with that a lot.
I think Cena should keep losing until he finds a way to get back in the title picture. And his one last win is to get that 17th championship.
Charlotte Flair is going to do that before Cena does.
I don't
Fucking
think so.
broken back Randy Orton's going to do that before Cena does.
So for the rest of the night, we had two spectacular matches. We had Cedric Alexander versus Dragon Lee. And this match went great because Cedric can wrestle and so can Dragon Lee. And it was great to actually see Cedric back in the ring.
Did Cedric and Dragon Lee not do a Cruiserweight Classic match?
Dragon Lee was not in.
Dragon Lee was not in.
Oh, it was what's his face? The other Lucha.
Sin Cara?
It wasn't Sin Cara. The other one from Lucha House, whatever party.
Oh. I know who you're talking about.
I'm ignoring Sammy, so let's just pretend she's not here.
Hey, Sammy.
Who was the other one?
You know who I'm talking about, though, right? You both know who I'm talking about?
Lucha.
Lindsay Dorado?
Lucha.
No, the main guy. Either way.
Yeah, it's going to kill me. I know what you're talking about.
I'm looking it up. It's
Man,
going to bother me.
just
Grand Metalik?
that would Cam just said.
Kalisto? No, Cam
Kalisto.
said Lindsay Dorado.
It was Kalisto.
Kalisto. Okay.
Sammy, you ain't fighting nothing but a blow up Randy Orton. Shut up.
Jesus Christ.
What'd you think of Dragon Lee's entrance? Did anybody see it?
I did not.
I saw the match. I didn't see the entrance.
So they had a dragon flying on the screen, and then it came down in front of the entranceway, and it blowed smoke like it was coming out of its nose.
Oh, that's pretty badass.
And
That's
then
cool.
the smoke is what came out, and red lights. Like it was a new entrance for him. Same music, but it was pretty sick.
Yeah,
so did Dragon Lee just silently get moved to the main roster?
Yes,
yeah.
He did about a month ago.
Yeah, okay.
My only issue with this, it was a solid match. Hopefully, like they desperately need to do something with him. I get it; they're still in the process of building him up, but they need to do something with him to get him over and fast. Because right now, like they're exhausting all these resources, giving him the cool entrance, giving him a cool entrance theme, and all this stuff like that. trying to make him a big deal. As I said before, trying to make him a big deal, but his music hits, and it's like no one cares. Like they're just sitting on their pockets. And one thing that'll kill a wrestler's character or career in WWE faster than anything, faster than being buried, faster than being a jobber, is if their music hits and there's just no reaction. So, yeah. Right now, he's kind of going the route of like a Sin Cara. Like fans cared at first, but they kept going back to the well with Sin Cara, and then people just lost interest. So hopefully he doesn't go that route because he's great. I mean, he's got all the talent in the world, but right now it's just
okay, Sammy, shush. I agree. I think WWE needs to do. I don't want to say bring back the cruiserweight because that's failed twice now, but they need to. They need to have some kind of lucha element pay-per-view or something where you can display these luchas properly. Because there's a lot of great luchas within the organization, and men and women, for that matter, that could put on some bangers, but they're not showcasing them properly because they're putting either them against big guys or guys that no one cares about, or they're becoming no one cares about them themselves.
That would actually be pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I would like that.
Just an idea.
It would be something different, and I like that too because, like I said, when they had the Cruiserweight Classic, when WWE Network was still an actual thing, when they had the Cruiserweight Classic, I liked it because, like I said again, it highlighted guys of this faster pace, high flying acrobatic style. They ruined that with giving them their own show 205 Live because I felt like that was a bit too excessive. They should have just added the Cruiserweight Championship along with the division to the main roster instead of giving them their own show.
They tried to do that on Monday nights, and that failed too.
Yeah.
They turned
they
the
also
ring ropes
ruined
purple. Like they tried everything with that.
They even ruined the Heritage Cup. It meant something, now it means shit.
It still means something.
Okay. That is what it is.
And then we had the main event of the evening, LA Knight versus Jimmy Uso.
Whoa. You skipped a whole promo, sir. Bianca Belair promo.
Oh.
I got to get your thoughts on that because it was like it looked like she was trying to show some emotion for once.
Who is she? Charlotte Flair coming back going right into the title picture?
Yes, she's a Black Belt Flair. That's exactly what she is now. And who would I? She held
the belt for 15 seconds. There's no reason she get a rematch.
I enjoyed the promo.
I had no problem with the promo. I just don't think she should be going for the title picture. I don't
mind her in the title picture right now, and mainly because it keeps Charlotte at bay a little bit.
No,
there's no women on SmackDown that are worthy of a shot right now. I thought Bianca's promo was really good.
I have the problem with it because I think she's going to win, and it's going to ruin everything that Io's done.
Io's really done nothing.
She's done a lot. She's had great matches. Bianca's last title reign was horrible. She did nothing with it.
Oh, okay.
And I don't want
Io's
that to happen again when the belt is starting to mean something again.
The belt's still irrelevant.
It's not.
Io's had great matches, but she's not championship material.
Wow, that's a wild statement, sir.
I love my Asians, but Io's just not it.
But
she's not her.
What has Bianca done to be championship material?
Listen, bring back fucking Fabulous Moolah from the dead and give her the belt, and I guarantee it'll be more relevant than it is right now. I could care less about either women's title right now because, well, the Raw side, things are picking up a little bit, but SmackDown, there's just no direction. You keep teasing this this is also the annoying part too. You keep teasing this fucking breakup, and it's over and over, and you're seeing these little plots, but we're not going anywhere with it.
Yeah, the breakup need. I agree with you on that one. That's probably the one thing I agree with you on that. They definitely need to go ahead and pull the trigger on this whole breakup thing with damage control. They're not doing anything anyways as a trio.
I think what hurt that was Dakota Kai getting hurt.
That's more of a reason, because you can have Dakota in EO's ear being like, "Hey, we don't need Bailey."
I'm honestly ready to see EO on her own. Honestly, she doesn't need Bailey. She doesn't need Dakota.
I just don't want to see Bianca win this title again.
She's not.
I don't know. She's a Triple H girl.
Even still, I don't see it happening.
But Triple H isn't Vinnie Mac. He's not going to keep putting the same championship on people. No, Bianca doesn't need the title to be relevant, in my opinion.
It's the same thing as Charlotte. Charlotte doesn't need the title to be relevant, but they
saying.
still keep giving it to them.
Yeah, because they know Charlotte's going to walk to AEW if they don't keep giving her titles.
Why is she going to walk there?
Her husband's there. Her dad's there now. Yes, Andrade and her are still together. It was confirmed the other week by Ric Flair himself.
That's not what I was going to say.
If Charlotte goes to AEW, that'd be the wildest thing ever, dog.
Because that division is worse than New Japan that doesn't even have a division.
Yeah, and Charlotte going there, oh man,
between her and Britt Baker.
No, that's not gonna work.
I say if Charlotte goes to AEW, we see Britt Baker back in WWE within a year.
Back in WWE. When was she in WWE?
She was in a developmental contract with them for quite a while.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
nothing major. Like she never was televised.
Didn't she get beat by Nia Jax?
Probably. Who didn't?
I think there was a match. She was on Raw and she got beat by Nia Jax, I think, if I remember correctly.
Might have been a dark match. It wasn't a live. I have to look.
But yeah, I don't want to see her win the belt again. And she showed emotion tonight, which was great. But honestly, I wanted her to be a heel. Like, she left for 2 months and nothing changed.
And I'm going to tell you the same reason that I've heard repeatedly beaten into my head. She doesn't want to go heel because, like Cena, she does way too much Make-A-Wish stuff. And portraying her as a bad guy doesn't give the company a good look. They have your bad guy doing the most wonderful things on the planet for these children.
Not everybody keeps kayfabe outside of.
Understand, but you still can't have a lot of these kids don't understand what kayfabe is, and if they see Bianca acting like a complete asshole on TV, and then they're showing up to the hospital the next week, like, here's a PS5. What the fuck are they thinking?
She does heel tendencies anyway. She uses her hair. She cheats to win. Like,
heel tendencies are fine. Kids are dumb enough; they don't pick up on it.
I don't know. I mean, like I said, for me, the promo was okay, but now she's no longer Black Cena. She is just Black Charlotte Flair.
She's a combination of Super Cena and Charlotte Flair all in one. Because she doesn't lose when her odds are against her at every point, and now she decides when she's going for the title right away. Makes more reason not to like her. She has no adversity to go against, nothing. Everything's just given to her.
I don't see her winning, but I could be wrong. I don't know.
Like I said, I hope not. But let's get into the main event now. Big Jim Uso versus LA Knight. What was your thoughts on this match?
I thought this was a good match. It was a pretty decent match. Once again, it's just highlighting and showcasing what LA Knight can do more and more every single week. So I like it. More onto Shadow's Shadow's part. This is just proving what he can do with higher quality wrestlers in the main event scene. So I liked it. It wasn't too bad. Afterwards, Roman tried to attack LA Knight. This time, LA Knight getting the upper hand on Roman Reigns.
The camera work on that was bad tonight, because when they showed LA Knight going up to the top rope, you saw Roman get into the ring. Like, it wasn't a shock. Like, I was waiting for him to come attack him while he's on the ropes, because they showed him coming in. But I thought it was funny how he moved out of the way and was able to BFT Roman as well.
I didn't watch this match. I went to shower.
Okay. I thought it was a good match. I love when LA Knight does the jump up onto the top rope into the suplex. It's still amazing how someone could just get the height like that and just be able to do that. For someone his size and not a luchador. Like,
did you upload my new sound clip yet by chance?
I did not.
Damn. Make sure to have it on there tomorrow.
I will. Anything else we want to cover from SmackDown?
I think that is about it, sir.
So I know we normally do our football picks. Jamie's not here, so I'll have to get his. Cam, you want to still go through ours?
Yeah, we can do that.
All right. Shadow, do you want to partake in again this week?
How did I do last week?
All right, so let's recap last week. Shadow and Cam both went 3-9.
Jesus Christ.
Jamie went 4-8. I went 5-7. And the person who does not watch football at all, in Will, went 6-6.
What the fuck?
Wow. This man did better than anybody.
He did. He technically won the week. So it was quite interesting. But all right, so we'll just do real quick. I'll give the game, and then we'll decide who we want to win. I'm going to start backwards. We're going to start on Monday night. So we got the Raiders versus the Lions.
Raiders and the Lions. I'm going to say the Lions.
I'm going to go with the Lions as well. Shadow?
Shadow dipped.
He dipped? Oh, he didn't mean to. He's back.
Can't get rid of me, motherfuckers.
So Raiders or Lions?
I'm going Lions because I want to see Sean not sit for 2 weeks.
All right, we got the Bears versus the Chargers.
Duh, Bears.
I'm gonna go with the I don't know. I'm gonna go with the Chargers, I guess. That's a tough one.
I'm taking the Chargers as well. We got the Bengals versus the 49ers. I'm going to go with the Bengals.
I'm going 49ers. They need a bounce back week.
I'm gonna go with the 49ers as well.
Okay. You got the Ravens versus the Cardinals.
Ooh, taking Ravens.
Yeah, I'm taking Ravens.
Okay. I'm going to go with the Ravens. Chiefs versus Broncos. I'm going Chiefs.
T-Swifties, baby.
Give me the Kansas City Swifties.
The T-Swizzles.
We got the Browns versus the Seahawks.
Got the Shithawks versus the Shit Stains. All right. Give me the Shithawks.
Give me the Browns.
I'm taking the Browns as well. Next, we got Texans versus Panthers. I'm going Texans.
Yeah, I'll go with the Texans as well.
I'll just go with you guys because I don't care about either of them.
Eagles versus the Commanders.
Eagles.
I'll go with the Eagles as well.
Jaguars versus the Steelers.
So AEW versus hometown of Britt Baker. Steelers.
I go with the Steelers.
I'm taking the Jags. Patriots versus the Dolphins. I'm going Dolphins.
Yeah, give me the Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Saints versus the Colts.
Who dat?
Saints.
All right. I'm going to take the Saints as well. We got the Falcons versus the Titans. I'm going to Falcons.
Give me the Titans.
I'm taking Tennessee.
Vikings versus the Packers.
Vikings.
Vikings by 13.
Shadow doing a little extra bonus on that one. Rams versus the Cowboys.
Ramming them Cowboys, huh? Give me the
Rams. I hope so. I'm taking the Rams.
Just give me what Cam's taking.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Rams too. I debated taking the Cowgirls. And then the last game of the week, the New York Jets versus the New York Giants.
Whatever team you cheer for.
What was that?
Whatever team against your team.
So you're taking the Jets. Okay.
Yeah.
Give me the Giants.
Fuck the Giants.
I'm taking the Giants as well.
Fuckers made me cry back
All
in the day. Scalz, before we end, because I know this is getting to the end, can you load the video I just sent you in for the ending when we do the ending?
You mean load it into the...
Yeah, to play at the end when we're signing off.
All right, hold on. I'll do that right now.
I did really shitty on football. This is why I stick to hockey. Is that a Lakers hat, Cam?
It's a Pacers hat.
Oh. Fuck basketball.
So, for everyone that doesn't know, I am actually trusting Shadow with what he sent me for me to post it on here.
Oh, shit.
Because I didn't watch this yet.
I promise that it's fine. We'll get to it when we're done, when we're all doing our little sign-off thing.
But I think that's actually going to be it for tonight. So,
well, thank you guys for having me on some wrestle content tonight. It was a pleasure being here. You know, I don't do this thing normally. Back-to-back weeks.
This is true. Yes, it is. So, where can we find you then, Shadow?
You can find me on TikTok with that guy Shadow.91. And then that guy Shadow.91.3. And you can find me on Twitter causing some shit, posting random shit at that guy Shadow91. And you can catch me here every Saturday night and every Monday night, with Saturday nights being Ringside Chatter and Monday nights being Sorry for the Interruption, with my host Jax and my Ringside Chatter crew, Scalz and Dusty.
Cam?
You can find me on my TikTok pages right there below in the chat. You can find me right here every single Friday night with Friday Night Review with Scalz and normally Jamie. Shadow was filling in for Jamie for tonight, so thank you again, Shadow. And you can find me on our sister page, Rivet City Radio, every single Wednesday night with The Boom, immediately following Dynamite, and on Sunday nights on Rivet City Radio with The Table Spot with Sean and with Metalcore Mike. You can find me on Twitter /X at CamandCheese317 and on Instagram at 317 Bacon, Eggs, and Cam.
Before I do the sign off, like Shadow said, tomorrow night, 10 p.m., live right here on Off the Top, we have Ringside Chatter with myself, Shadow, and
Dusty, along with a special guest tomorrow night.
Sunday at 11 a.m. you have Rivet City Red Zone off on Rivet City Radio. You have at 8 p.m. you have Botch Spots and Chair Shots, and then following that is the Table Spot at 10 p.m. Both of those are also on Rivet City Radio. And then, like Shadow said,
I'm going to correct you real quick. This week, it's a collab show because it's the start of the subathon.
That is true. Thank you for. So we will have a subathon. I'll be going for 48 hours starting at 8 p.m. on Sunday on Rivet City Radio. It'll encompass those two shows. You will also see Shadows, sorry for the interruption, on there on Monday night at 11 p.m. And then during the other time, they're going to be going over, I believe, different horror and things like that because it's Halloween. So make sure everybody checks it out. If you're looking for me, you can find me here on Off the Top on Twitch and YouTube, as well as Off the Top Media _ on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. Hope everybody has a great evening, and we'll see you again soon.
What's up, y'all? DJ Chewy here. So excited to be on Rinkside Chatter tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Make sure y'all turn it in because we're going to talk Detroit Red Wings in my hometown, Flint Firebirds. Rinkside Chatter, 10 p.m. Let's go.